Welcome to May, my awesome viewers. It's been a really wet April, at least here in southern Ontario. So really looking forward to those warmer and drier May and the flowers that generally come along with it. As always, for my update, I'll break it up into three key areas. The first one is the returns on the major indices. I'll focus on a couple of world events that are important. And lastly, I'll have a quick practice update. So let's get on with it. Looking at the returns which we've had till end of April, we've seen the bonds give up some of the returns that we saw in the last report, and a part of to do with this is the increase in interest rates riding on the top of the optimism that we are seeing in the US-China trade talks. The equities continued their good run, and so overall it's been a good start to 2019 so far. The second part is the world events that I want to focus a bit of my time on. And there is a subtle and a definite shift from the unipolar world as we've known of since the demise of the Soviet Union, and April was a good month to demonstrate that shift. So let's consider the first part of the shift, which is the dysfunction in the Western democracies and how that's acting as a drag on the world growth. And Brexit was a good example of that. The decision or the lack of it has been pushed down by another 6 months. So this 3-year soap opera gets another season, and this will be a headwind that we'll be faced with. Now contrast that with what's going on in the emerging markets. Look at this chart, and this shows the divergence between the positive surprises we are seeing from the emerging markets versus what we are seeing from the developed world. And it looks like the emerging markets here are leading the charge. And it's part of it in the emerging markets with China stimulating their economy, driving this positive surprises. Add to that thought the big event that was the focus of April, which was the Bri Summit that concluded in the last week of April. Now, despite warnings from the US governments or officials about the impending Chinese debt trap, world leaders lined up in Beijing, hungry for the Chinese dollars for their infrastructure projects. On the same note, I want to mention that the representation of mainland China is set to quadruple on the MSCI World Index by the end of this year. To me, this is a key event. We are seeing the shift. And as a long-term investor, if you're considering options of China, this is a good point to either initiate or increase your coverage. And if you're looking for options of how to do that, give me a call. You know the number, 905-363-5035. Now, the last part is the practice update. Summer's around the corner, and as Canadians, you will be taking road trips or traveling out of the country. And if you are considering travel insurance, you can do that right from our website. Go to askaman.ca, click on Open Account. You'll see this big To Go logo, and you can buy travel insurance here right from the comfort of your own homes without having to make any calls whatsoever. So just to conclude, a very good month, another good month, continues on with the good start we had to the year. Looking forward to what May has to display, what May has to unfold, and I'll be back in June. Have an awesome time, and thank you for watching. Bye for now.